Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our new lesson for your pre-annual portion, class 12 in history. So, your pre-annual portion is a protest movement and Middle East. Okay, the two new chapters, protest movement and Middle East. You have to study in a new way. So before that, let us start for the introduction of protest movement, that is chapter 10 of your history book, class 12. As after the Second World War, America emerged as a great power, and there is two topics, anti-apartheid and feminist movement in the first beginning. You have to study there in the lesson. Before, the topics are omitted in the syllabus, it is not there, you know it well, but then also I am repeating it. After the Second World War, America emerged as a great power in world politics. But one important issue in America was racial problem. The black people expected to enjoy the same rights as the white people enjoyed. Even the southern states treated the blacks as slaves and inferior also. The first National Association for the Advancement of the Colored People was formed in 1910. But this organization failed to make any headway because it did not get such support, and its planning and outcome was also not in a proper manner. So it did not get huge support from the people. Next, in 1946, the President Truman appointed a committee to investigate the civil rights of the blacks. The government and the Supreme Court, all of them introduced for the racial equality. So protest movement was what lesson? It is lesson based on the racial discrimination done for the people in America, the South African people, the African people who are living in America, who are facing basic discriminatory rights for those people. So, in this way, the government and the Supreme Court introduced laws for racial equality. But unfortunately, some of the southern states refused to implement this act. There were southern states who did not support to forward this act and support this act. So, next we will now start the main topic which your syllabus is giving you to study from this lesson. So that is, the topic is anti-apartheid movement in South Africa. So what is anti-apartheid movement? The Dutch East India Company founded a colony at Cape of Good Hope in 1652. It remained a Dutch colony till 1795. During this time, the Dutch were known as the Afrikaners or Boers, meaning farmers. During this time, the Dutch or the Boers took away lands from the native Africans and forced them to work as laborers and treated them as little better than slaves. During the French Revolutionary Wars, in 1795, the Cape was captured by the British, and in 1814 peace settlement, it was decided that the Cape Colony would remain under British control. The Dutch settlers or the Boers became restless under British rule. They now moved towards north and set up their independent republics of Transvaal and Orange Free State. In Boer War, the British defeated the Boers, and in 1910 they joined the Cape Colony and Natal to form the Union of South Africa. In the Union of South Africa, the white people dominated both in political and economic life of the country. There are many topics which are omitted. The campaign for equal right, Martin Luther King's right for speech and for right for racial discrimination, his fight, those are not given. But these are after effects of these particular movements only, which Martin Luther King had taken the steps. These are the after effects. You can tell the results, the outcome of their steps only taken by them. So now we will, in the Union of South Africa, in South Africa we are studying about how people were facing racial discrimination. So in Union of South Africa, the white people dominated both in political and economic life of the country. The black people were discriminated like anything. They were not allowed to vote and had to live in the reserved area. The government controlled the movements of blacks by system of passed laws. There were passed laws given to the people by the government to live, to survive, and to communicate with the common people, both blacks and whites. It was a permission given by the government to live in the area. The government controlled the movements of blacks by giving the pass laws. That was a certificate for living in that area. See what type of discrimination was done to the black people. Living and working condition of the blacks were primitive. They were banned from holding skilled jobs and were not allowed to hold strikes. They cannot hold strike. They had no right to fight for any type of right given to them. They have to work according to the rules and regulations which are forwarded to them only by the government. They have to abide by the government. They have to only follow the government. Their own rights, their own say, their own demands were nowhere in that area. So, introduction of apartheid by Dr. Malan. What was apartheid? According to Dr. Malan, he has explained the meaning of apartheid for the common people to understand that what was the meaning, what is the main problem due to which anti-apartheid movement had begun. After Second World War, the Prime Minister Dr. Malan introduced a new policy called apartheid, that is separateness. The object was to keep the black in the tight position, in a controlled position. Most of the whites were against racial equality. The extreme was Afrikaner, the Dutch or the Boers nationalist party led by Dr. Malan. They claimed that the whites were a master race and non-whites were inferior beings. In 1948, this nationalist party won the elections with promise to rescue the whites from the black menace and to preserve the racial purity of the whites. This policy was continued and developed by the succeeding prime ministers. Main features of apartheid. Apartheid's main features, main points, that what is actually apartheid working on. Apartheid means complete separation of blacks and whites. This was apartheid which was given by the government. As far as possible at all levels, at every levels, separateness of blacks and whites. Apartheid means complete separation of blacks and whites as far as possible at all levels. It implied complete segregation socially and politically of the white and non-white people. There were separate buses, coaches, trains, cafes, toilets, park, benches, many at all levels They were made separate from blacks and whites. Even point number two, they are explaining every person was given a racial classification and an identity card. The blacks had to stay in their reserved areas or fixed townships. The blacks would carry documents at all times and in all places to show their citizenship of that area in all places so that the authority can put a check on these movements. Even marriage relation between whites and non-whites were forbidden. It was a crime in those times. This was followed strictly to preserve the purity of the white race. Thus, Africans lost all political rights and their representative to the parliament was abolished. Thus, according to Alan Paton, apartheid is, in essence, a rejection of man. It robs the non-whites. It robs the non-whites. That means the non-whites just become of nowhere and they have no virtual right to claim anything on that particular land. So, and their liberty is also coiled in one area. It breaks up their homes, it separates fathers from children and husband from wives. The African children are to be trained that they become efficient domestic servants and unskilled farm hands. It means sickness and death for lakhs of children. When they are trained to become only domestic servants, nothing else. So, role of Nelson Mandela in anti-apartheid movement. Nelson Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary who first revolted against this apartheid measures given by the government. Politician and philanthropist he was. He studied law and gradually became involved in anti-colonial and African nationalist politics. He joined the African National Party and founded its Youth League. When the African minority of the government of National Party established apartheid, a system of racial segregation that privileged the white people, became the president of African Nationalist Party. Mandela became prominent for his involvement in 1952 anti-apartheid defiance campaign. He was repeatedly arrested for seditious activities also and was sentenced to life imprisonment. Mandela served 27 years in prison and amid international pressure, growing fear of racial civil war, President F.W. de Klerk released him from jail in 1990. Mandela and Klerk negotiated to end apartheid and organized in 1994 multiracial general elections, and thus Mandela led the ANC to victory and became the president of South Africa. Mandela became the president of South Africa on this point. He was the first person to revolt against the apartheid movement given by the government. Similarly, his administration introduced measures to encourage land reforms, combat poverty, expand healthcare service, and removal of apartheid policy of the government. He declined a second presidential term. He was awarded Nobel Peace Prize. He died on 5th December 2013 at the age of 95. The South African people respect him as the father of the nation. Opposition to apartheid inside and outside the country started. In South Africa, it was very difficult to start any movement against apartheid policy Anyone opposed this policy was accused of being a communist and was severely punished because of the oppression of the authority. The African National Congress was helpless. In spite of this situation, protest movements started on different issues. In the ANC leader Albert Luthuli organized a protest movement in which Africans stopped work on certain days. In 1952, Africans started a systematic breach of laws by entering shops and other places reserved for the whites. Over 8,000 blacks were arrested and Luthuli was put in jail and campaign was called off. So, in this situation, what happened? In this situation, the main problems which were faced by the opposition to apartheid inside and outside the country, the ANC leader Albert Luthuli organized a protest movement in which Africans stopped work on certain days. In 1952, Africans started a systematic breach of laws by entering shops and other places reserved for the whites. Similarly, in 1955, the ANC formed a coalition with the Asian and the colored groups. They organized massive open-air meeting at Kliptown. There was certain charter contained with demands which were equality before law, freedom for assembly. So these were certain basic demands given to the common people. So this charter soon became the main ANC program. Later on, the ANC organized other protests like 1957 bus boycott. Instead of paying a fare increase on the bus route for their town to Johannesburg, 10 miles away, thousands of Africans walked to work and back for 3 months until the fare was reduced. In 1960, protests reached a climax when huge demonstration took place at Sharpeville, an African township near Johannesburg. Police mercilessly fired on the innocent people, killing 67 Africans and wounding many more. After this, 15,000 Africans were arrested and ANC was banned. Thus, after this brutal treatment, a number of black leaders decided that violence should be met with violence. This was the answer given. And there was a spate of bomb attacks started. Leaders including Nelson Mandela was also arrested. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. Luthuli still continued non-violent protest. After the publication of his autobiography, Let My People Go. Thus, Luthuli was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. He was killed in 1967, but the authority claimed that he had deliberately stepped in front of a train. Discontent and protest still continued during 1970s in different ways. So in different ways, this discontent and disrespect, the problems which were going on in South Africa, the people were facing. So in this topic, till this much we'll study today. Next we'll start with movements which continued outside the country, and then we'll start the feminist movement in USA with equal pay acts and all. Okay, we'll do these two topics currently from this lesson, then we'll move on to the next topic from this chapter. What is you have to study in the next topics, I will explain you. So protest movement, Middle East is 2 new chapters you have to study in your pre-annual portion. Okay, thank you.